All right. It's Monday morning, day after Super Bowl. I actually stayed up till about 4 minutes left in the game, shockingly. Um, got some legs today, and then pretty excited because we're going to go talk at U of H today to some students, I think at their business school. Um, so, yeah, I'm not really prepared for it. Just going to go up there and talk. Should be fun. Jordan was like, "Are you nervous?" I'm like, "No, I'm excited." So we'll figure it out. It'll be good. Start the warm up, a little bit of cardio, the quads going, and then, you know, come to leg day, I like it, but I don't want to sound like I'm complaining, but just warming up for it, man, it just takes so long. Just want to get in there, you know. All right, starting off some leg extensions today. Finally got this bad boy fixed. But then, yeah, we're going to do maybe like 4 or 5 sets here, load them up, and then from there, go into our compounds. It sounds like a terrible idea, but it'll be fun. Either gonna be hack squats or pendulum squats. I went a little easy last week and went leg presses. So now I gotta actually work. I know. So every time I squat, usually put on my Romellos. Again, these are lifters. Get your foot at an incline, raises those heels. Therefore, it requires less ankle dorsiflexion. So I can squat down, prevents me from leaning, lets my knees go over my toes more comfortably. If you don't squat in these, you may not need them, but most of the time, a lot of times people do need these and they don't know it. And the way you can kind of check it out is, if you squat and you find yourself leaning forward, try elevating your heels with like a plate or something behind your heels. Squat if you're more upright, you're more likely having to need these. jeez. All right, got some hack squats now. Probably just a couple sets, maybe 3. We'll go lighter on these. Just focusing on that time under tension. More so than anything, squeezing the shit out of your muscles. Feeling it on the way down. Feeling it tighten up on the way up. Overall, you just want to feel it everywhere. Every inch that you're moving, you should have some kind of engagement. And if you're not, slow it down. I'm only gonna rest for a minute in here too. Earlier was resting longer. Going lighter on this one, so 60 seconds is our goal on the rest. 3 sets back to back. All right, for me, the hard stuff is done. And I'm just gonna go do some light hamstrings, hip adduction, calves, and just some light arms. So very thankful. It was a good workout so far. So not done yet, but we got through the hard stuff. Today's mainly quad dominant, so we're gonna go a little bit lighter on the hamstrings, focus on more slower squeezes. Not go as heavy, thank God. Here we go. Good engagement. All right, just hip adduction, calves. We'll wrap up leg day. And so far we're sitting at, it's not bad, 47 minutes total on the workout. Pretty efficient. For Mars, it's like, this ain't fast enough. All right, so right now it's kind of like a rush. We are getting ready to go speak at U of H. I don't know how big the class is, maybe like 30 or 40 kids. But yeah, we're supposed to be there at 12. It's already 11:20. I got to eat before we go. I've eaten every 2 hours today, which is it's kind of been rushing it. So I feel kind of bloated and full. But I'm pretty excited nonetheless, because I love talking to people. I love talking to them about my story. Hopefully I can inspire one person to follow their dreams. And I guess we'll see what happens. Let's hope it's not a shit show. Yeah, but with AI though, can't you like just like record yourself talking for like X amount of minutes, and then from there it has like your...
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, then you literally like type anything and it'll talk for you.
That's weird.
Scurry stuff. Yeah, that'd be cool. Like who? Yeah. Look, who's this random old guy with the students? Oh, it's Nate Bran. My parents came from Guatemala, little country in Central America, and they came a long time ago with the vision of us having a better life for ourselves. Now, if that story resonates with you in any degree, raise your hand. I kind of figured, based around the demographics in this room, which is awesome. But growing up, I didn't have the opportunities like a lot of my peers had. I didn't have internet until I was in high school. And believe it or not, when I was in high school, internet was just a thing coming up. A lot of y'all in this room were probably born with internet, and you can't figure out the days without it. It's like, what is that? like my wife. She's almost 10 years younger than me, so I feel old every day. Not a basketball player, I can't dunk. 5'9", you know, not Muggsy Bogues. But I wanted to have the ability to put people in my circle on my back and carry them to victory. Whether it's through like financial, whether it's through emotional, be there for them, to support them, whatever the case may be, I want to be that guy. Growing up in high school, I was taught that being successful was wearing a suit, carrying a briefcase, going to meetings, sitting at these long wooden tables with a chart somewhere, right? Does this kind of sound familiar with some of y'all? And then growing up, I saw people, my peers around me just moving past me. They're getting degrees, they're finding their jobs, they're making more money than me. And it's hard when people around you are passing you up and you still don't know where you're at. Not knowing what you want to do in life, the rest of your life, it's almost like purgatory. Nothing really happens. You're just there floating around, and it's tough to figure out what you want to do. And the way I look at it, you can fail at anything. There's a 50% chance of winning or failing at anything you do. So like, why not go for something you love? It's the same odds. It's the same exact odds. So why settle on doing something you don't want to do? Why settle on doing something that your parents are telling you to do? Go for what you love. Go for what you enjoy. Go for what fulfills you. So I promise you, if you do that, money will follow. You can always make money. Always.
Leading off from that question, I was just wondering, how do you and your wife kind of separate business challenges from the marriage, if that makes sense?
Business challenges from the marriage. So there's times where like Jordan gets overwhelmed. I'll be honest, be completely transparent with you. Like she'll be like exhausted from like answering calls, fixing memberships online that are done incorrectly, looking at like check-in screens, you name it. And I feel terrible because like I'm not that great at technology on that system. She's a lot better than I am. I'm just like the trainer who lifts weights and writes diets for people. But I think there's times where we're there and when I see her flustered, I say, you know, how can I help you? Like, teach me how to help. Teach me how I can take stress off of you. And so she'll kind of show me some things. I'll help her out with that. But I think a lot of times though, when we do find ourselves talking a lot about work, she'll like stop me. She'll like, hey, let's not talk about work. And I'm like, okay, you're right. I think it's healthy to have a hard shut off. You know, like a lot of us are glued to our phones before we go to bed. Just set yourself like, I'm gonna have a hard shut off like at 7 p.m. before I go to bed and just put your phone away. Like, that's very healthy. Like I'm a lot better at having a hard shut off than Jordan is. Like if I'm at a restaurant or someone, I'm like, well, it's 7 o'clock, I gotta go. Like I'm that guy who will leave when I have to leave. Jordan's like, I feel bad, I gotta say bye to so-and-so. And I'm like, nah, me, I'm a hard shut off. So I think learning how to help each other out and learning how to listen helps a lot with a business partner. Communication's huge, but also having that shut off where you can both agree that, hey, let's not work anymore. You know what I mean? Let's just do this. Because my thing is this. All right, so we just spoke in front of about 14, 15 students, talking about just my story, how we developed Heights, just some business stuff here and there. It was super cool talking to Jim. I think we're gonna try to do this again in front of more people. I love talking to people. I love telling people our story just because, again, if it can inspire someone to pursue what they love and actually go through with it, to me, it means the world. So again, that was it, guys. I'm really excited we did it. Thanks for watching. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Again, if you want to watch the entire video, click the link below. Enjoy it.